Hello, 저는 제이스입니다. I am the Director of Developer and AI Marketing at Figma. And as we get started, at Figma, we think that design systems are the backbone of great products. They bring consistency and clarity to how teams build and help them build faster. Design systems don't choose between scale and craft. They support both, no matter how many teams, products, or platforms you manage. Many of you maintain hundreds of libraries across the products that you support. You're responsible for significant complexity, and we've seen variant sets with 17,000 variants, libraries with over 1 million layers. You're shipping components, updating documentation, fixing bugs, and making your products accessible. You've designed and redesigned contribution models. You've crafted office hours, answered Slack questions, and been champions of design quality and craft. But these days, design systems are becoming something much more. Today, design systems are a shared language between engineers and designers that bring production into focus. Tomorrow, and even increasingly today, we see them powering entirely new ways of creating products. With AI, our workflows are changing. All of a sudden, many more people can build software or create designs. And as this changes, design systems become even more important and affect more people than ever before. AI is changing their role. This makes the need to have a centralized source of truth for all of your design systems so much more important, and Figma is what does that. When your system lives in Figma, connects to your code base, and can be interpreted in new ways, like MCP, it stops being a static library and becomes a living system for how your product looks, feels, and is used. That's why it's a priority for us to pull together the sources of truth that represent your design system across code, docs, and Figma to form the context that informs how your teams build and helps them get more from AI. Our goal is clear. Raise software quality as builders build. The future of design systems isn't just about efficiency. It's about the whole team building great products without lowering quality. And if it's done right, the quality of your products should actually increase. Now, I want to share 3 ways that we are working on improving design systems in Figma. First, Figma design systems need to be more adaptable, so more ideas can be explored faster. They need to be nimble by design. We launched variables just over 2 years ago, and it was a huge milestone for design system management. We know that maintaining these variables across multi-brand design systems has not been easy. We've seen people create collections with 40 modes, which leads to Figma looking like this. And not only that, updating the base values can cascade into hundreds or even thousands of manual updates when your components are set up like this. It also makes using design systems confusing. So how are we making variables more nimble inside of Figma? To do that, we are releasing an exciting new feature, Extended Collections. Extended collections are a way to manage multi-brand design systems. And now design systems authors can release a version that designers across the company can extend with their own themes to publish and reuse. These extensions are tied to a parent design system, which means it will inherit changes like new variables or color updates, stay in sync with the core system, and still maintain the colors and values that have been overridden. With this release, we also reevaluated the number of variable modes that teams need. For large teams, 4 modes just isn't enough. So now professional plans will come with 10 modes, and organization plans will have 20 modes. But it's not just variables that need to be nimble. We need your components to be more flexible. And to achieve that, we announced slots. Components in Figma have always had restrictions on them. And slots are a way to bring different types of data into your components. For those of you waiting on slots, you are the first to learn that they are coming on March 5th. So mark your calendar because it's officially Slots Day. Finally, with the speed of product development these days, how do we maintain brand consistency? Because remember, design systems are built to maintain brand integrity and quality. All of your explorations should be able to use your system and help identify potential gaps. To do that, we've released Check Designs into early access. Check Designs is a linter that understands when designs aren't using your system. And Tara will talk about this more later. Now, design systems go beyond what's in Figma concepts. Design systems need code-based context. After all, remember that today, design systems are made up of both visual components and code components. Writing code is one of the most powerful uses of AI today. AI models are trained on text, which allows them to write code very effectively and in very many ways. Teams need AI coding tools to use their patterns, their components, and their conventions. And most tools are good at this when using and modifying existing code. But what about brand new features? Well, we know that the best new ideas are explored, refined, and defined in Figma. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP, is the standard that brings these context to these tools. The Figma MCP server is how this context is accessed and used by AI models. With the MCP server, you can retrieve data from Figma files and designs or Figma make prototypes and bring them directly into an AI coding tool. You can do that by just providing the link to the file, which will bring all of the context and data from Figma into your codebase. But how do we know which code components to use in Figma? We started solving this problem last year with Code Connect, which is a way to map code components to design components. And you've been able to do this through the CLI, which has been used by thousands of customers and continues to be a great way to provide more code-based context to Figma. But now, for teams that prefer to use Figma inside of the browser on the web, we now have Code Connect UI, which allows people to make those mappings from inside of Figma. Using these mappings improves the output of our MCP server significantly and helps the models write much better code. And sometimes good ideas start in code. But code is a medium that improves ideas in a straight line, and exploring dramatically different ideas is very hard. To bring explorations and ideas that started in code into Figma, we recently launched a new integration with Claude Code that helps you convert pages and screens into Figma layers directly on the canvas. After exploring that idea in Figma, you can use the MCP server to go right back into your code base and bring that feature to new users. This is an exciting way to go back and forth between code and design in the era of AI. And finally, we want to make sure that your entire team is using your design systems. For everyone shaping products, from PMs to researchers, how is Figma weaving in those design systems into their tools? At the beginning of this presentation, I talked about how design systems are the unification of design and development. But AI has expanded the role of design systems. Design systems need to support all of your teams. At Config last year, we introduced Figma Make, an AI coding tool that helps you prototype ideas very quickly, and it's been a major success. We're incredibly excited to see how teams are using Figma Make to explore ideas, create prototypes, validate products, and build products more quickly, which makes it easier for teams to move fast in the era of AI. But the number one question we always get is how to bring design systems into Figma Make. We started on that journey last year by bringing in styles and visual details from your libraries. Things like color, typography, and spacing. So prototypes started to look like they do in your actual product. But now we're going further. The first way we're doing this is to allow you to directly import Figma libraries from Figma Design into Figma Make through a new feature we're calling Make Kits. With Make Kits, Figma will generate React code components and CSS files for your styles and variables, then use those outputs in Figma Make. We know a lot of you are very excited for Make Kits. We are currently in early access and hope to have more updates soon, though I can unofficially tell you that it will be at the end of March when Make Kits are available. Second, a lot of you have already created robust design systems in your code base. And now you can use those components directly in Figma Make. Make can import NPM packages, meaning you can publish private packages to our new secure private registry. Or you can import public packages from popular design systems like GitHub Primer and Uber Base UI. We are very excited about the future of design systems. We're working hard to support teams like yours, teams that are wondering how to incorporate AI into your workflows and wondering what the role of design systems is and what will be in the future. We're building ways to be nimble by design, bringing your design system into Figma and code even closer, and making it possible for people to benefit from the design system that you scale and manage. And with that, let's dive deeper into our next topic. So please give a warm welcome to Tara.